Alright, picture this. You're vibing with someone new, friend, date, coworker, and everything seems great. But then, bam, they pull a move so shady. You feel like you're starring in a reality show called Red Flags and Regrets. Been there? Same. Today we're diving into ways to see someone's true character, because actions speak louder than words, and sometimes they scream. Trust me, this list will have you questioning everyone, including yourself. Let's get into it. And buckle up, because the tea's about to get hot. 1. Watch how they treat service workers. Alright, I'm going to hit you with a truth bomb. The way someone treats service workers is like a cheat code for understanding their true character. And yeah, I know some of you are thinking, but what if they were just having a bad day? Let me tell you something. Having a bad day doesn't give you the green light to treat someone like they're beneath you. If anything, it shows even more about who you really are. I mean, think about it. Service workers are out here hustling, often dealing with the worst of humanity for minimum wage, and maybe some tips if they're lucky. They're working long hours, often in thankless jobs, just to pay rent or feed their families. And then someone decides to play the role of God of the Panera bread line because their avocado toast came out wrong. Nah, not on my watch. I once worked at a coffee shop during college. Shout out to my barista warriors out there. And let me tell you, it was wild. One time this woman came in and ordered a latte with almond milk, extra foam, and a drizzle of caramel on top. Simple enough, right? But when I handed it to her, she looked at me like I'd just committed a crime. She snapped. I said, light foam. Do you even listen, mom? Your $4 latte isn't the Mona Lisa. Relax. But you know what stuck with me? It wasn't just how rude she was. It was the fact that her little tantrum wasn't about the foam. It was about her needing to feel superior to someone. And I just happened to be wearing an apron that day. That's the thing. People like that don't see service workers as equals. They see them as props in their personal drama. And here's the kicker. If they're willing to treat someone they don't know like dirt just because they can, what makes you think they won't do the same to you when the shine wears off your friendship or relationship? Newsflash, they will. The only difference is, you won't be able to return to sender like a ROM latte. Now let me flip this around for a second. I once had a customer come in during the holiday rush. It was chaos, lines out the door, people breathing down my neck. This guy ordered his coffee and then noticed I looked stressed. He smiled and said, "Hey, take your time. You're doing a great job." You know what happened? I nearly cried, not because of his words exactly, but because in that moment, he chose to see me as a person, not just someone handing him caffeine. That's what character looks like. It's not about being nice when it's easy or convenient. It's about being kind even when there's no benefit to you. And I'll say this, people who can't find kindness for service workers aren't just showing you who they are, they're showing you who they think they are. And honestly, their ego is writing checks their character can't cash. So, next time you're with someone, whether it's a friend, a date, or even your boss, pay close attention to how they treat the barista, the server, or the delivery driver. Do they say please and thank you? Do they acknowledge the person exists? Or do they just bark out orders like they're at some invisible drive-through? Because here's the tea. You can fake charm, you can fake manners in front of the people you want to impress. But how you treat the people you think don't matter, that's the real you. And if the real them is snapping fingers and rolling eyes, you've got your answer. And honestly, don't even waste your time trying to fix it. You're not their therapist, and you're not here to teach them basic decency. Cut your losses, and don't forget to tip the server on your way out. You know, for having to deal with them. It's not just coffee we're serving today, it's justice, one red flag at a time. Alright, on to the next. 2. How they treat animals. Let's talk about animals for a second, because how someone treats animals is like peeking straight into their soul. And I know, it's not a perfect measure of character, but let's be real, if someone can't show compassion to a creature that literally just wants food, belly rubs, or a quiet corner to nap in, what does that say about them? Spoiler, nothing good. Now, here comes the controversial part, but I'm going to say it. If someone doesn't like animals or, worse, actively mistreats them, it's not just a preference, it's a red flag the size of Texas. I get it, not everyone wants a house full of pets, or to be chased by a golden retriever every time they go for a jog. Fine, but there's a difference between not owning pets and kicking the neighbor's cat off your porch because you don't like it near your car. Yeah, that happened, and let me tell you, the dude who did that, total sociopath vibes. If you think that's a stretch, stay with me. Here's the thing, animals are innocent. They don't care about your status, your income, or your 400 nomeki. They're pure, and their whole existence is about survival and connection. If someone can look at an animal and see it as nothing more than a nuisance or something to control, it's a reflection of how they approach the world. No empathy, no understanding, no patience. You think they're going to treat you better? Spoiler, nope. I mean, let's look at some extreme examples. Shall we? Serial killers. Yep, we're going there. A ton of them started by hurting animals. Coincidence? I don't think so. Now, am I saying your friend who accidentally steps on snails in the garden is the next Ted Bundy? Probably not, but it does make you wonder, doesn't it? Okay, real talk, I used to have this friend. Let's call him Mike. Mike always acted super chill, but one day we were at a barbecue, and someone's dog kept coming around. Mike jokingly nudged it away with his foot. Then he did it again, harder, and laughed like it was hilarious. The dog yelped, everyone froze. And you know what Mike said? Oh, it's just a dog. Relax, just a dog. Nah, Mike, it's just a glimpse of the fact that you're low-key heartless. Needless to say, Mike and I aren't friends anymore. Not because of the dog thing alone, but that moment was like a neon sign that said, this guy lacks basic empathy. And sure enough, his behavior in other areas started to add up. Moral of the story, the way people treat animals is rarely an isolated thing. It reflects deeper parts of their personality. On the flip side, let's talk about the good ones. The people who go out of their way for animals. I once dated someone who rescued a stray cat on our second date. We were walking back from dinner, and he stopped in the middle of the sidewalk to coax this scared little cat out from under a dumpster. He didn't just walk past or say, oh, poor thing. Nope.